received this portable propane barbecue. It's very small, it's Martin. I already have a small Martin burner which worked well for the past, I must say, at least 15 years. I took a chance on this portable barbecue because to go camping and fishing, the big barbecue takes a lot of space in the bed of the truck. I expect it to work well because I paid $140 for it, which is pretty much the price of a big barbecue. So I expect nothing less than perfection at this price. I read reviews about people complaining about some small things like the legs not being strong enough for the barbecue or the handle just being in plastic. I don't know if they meant that the handle actually melt. But anyway, I will mount it and I will test it today, so let's jump to it right after these messages.
Our RickStuff store is finally open, so go on spreadshirt.ca today to save as much as 15% on your RickStuff gear and accessories. Type RickStuff in the search bar and you will be redirected directly on our store page, where you'll find everything you need, whether it is for man, woman, kids, or even dog accessories.
For 15 bucks, I also bought this hose. It's a 4-feet hose, so I can connect a real barbecue tank instead of burning 2 or 3 small bottles every weekend. So I believe this will be a good investment. Obviously, the big barbecue tank, it's heavier than the small one, but I know when I will leave it for the weekend, I will have enough propane to last all the weekend and even way more than that. But let's start by opening this box. I also read some complaint about the instruction being not very clear. We'll see about that. But must not be very hard to mount. It's just a barbecue. There's no wheel, there is no handle. So far it's well packed. There's no scratch on the cover. Let's flip it over. I don't want to scratch the top. The legs are already mounted, so there's no problem with the legs, and they feel strong enough for a barbecue that size. Don't know what the complaints are about. Another complaint I read is that the catch can for the grease was not working well and the grease was dripping all around the catch can. We'll see about that, but it's a detail. Don't know why only 2 legs have a paper, probably because they were sitting one on each other. Yeah, let's put it on the right side now without scratching anything. Pretty cute barbecue, if you ask me. No scratch, no defects. Pretty decent heat deflector, very strong. So far I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing. But I'm kind of disappointed about this thing. We're in 2019 now, we all know that's not recyclable. Why not use cardboard? Now we can mold pretty much any shape in cardboard. But anyway, it's not a point. We'll continue on this, but I'm very disappointed with that foam. I will turn it on a side so I can see you guys. I kind of hope that there's some rubber that goes on the legs, otherwise we'll need to be very careful not to scratch any surface when we're moving the barbecue. So far I don't see any of it. Some washers, some bolts, no rubber for the legs. The grill seems to be a very good quality as well. So I don't know why people's complaining about this being complicated to install or to mount, because it's pretty much all done already. There's only the burner to install and maybe the grill. The grill is just sitting there. Pretty good burner, 14,000 BTU. I don't know about you, but this grill that go on top, which we're supposed to use to, I'm not sure what, I never used it. To me, it's just an annoying grill that take you from flipping your stuff at the bottom of the barbecue. Anyway, I don't know if I will install it because I never use those grills. Even my big barbecue outside is a brand new barbecue. It got only 1 year old. I didn't even bother to install it. I never used it. And if I want to keep something up, I just need to close one side and to put the whatever I need to keep up on this side. That's all. Obviously, on this barbecue, I only one burner, so I will see. I won't throw it away. I will keep it. So if I feel that I need it, I will install it afterward. But for now, I don't think I will install it because I have no use for this. Yeah, so I can't see any rubber for the legs. I will need to be very careful about that. Let's see what's in this box. Must be the hose for the burner. I got 2 handles on the side, 1 handle on the front. Yeah, it's in plastic, but I know that it's feel like it's strongly built. The nuts are from metal, so it's not just screw on plastic. In plastic. So it feels strong to me. With a chocolate bar. Good lighter. I didn't even open the instruction book yet. I should. I will, don't worry. So this end go on the burner, and this end is to screw those small blue or green propane tank, the small one for camping, but my hose will connect directly to it. Actually, I want to try it right now. Make sure it fit, since it's not open yet. If it doesn't fit, I will return it, but seeing that it's a good fitting. Yeah, perfect fit. So this end will go on a big tank. So I have the option of using both the small tanks and the big propane tank, the 14 pounds. I believe it's 14 pounds, maybe it's 20, no, it's 14 pounds hose tank. Anyway, I will put the plug back on this hose. Let's try this book for fun. This is the warranty in page 1. It's pretty thick. First section is in English. This opposite section is in French. I can read both. Lucky for me. Okay, so there is only French and English. And in page 6 we can see all the pieces with numbers, so it must be pretty easy to install. Again, in page 7, the list of material matching the numbers, and the installation or the assembling start at page 9 with illustration. I will see, but must not be very complicated to install. They are starting by the top, the handle on the top. The only thing that goes on the top or on the cover of the barbecue is this handle with a couple of bolts and washers. So I don't know if you can see this, but step 1 is to install the handle on the top or on the front. Step 2 is to install both handles on each side. The step 3 is the installation of the burner at the bottom of the barbecue. Step 4 is the lighter that goes on the side, and step 5 is the regulator. Step 6 is the grill, the upper grill and the lower grill, but as I said, I won't install the upper grill because I don't have use for it. And finally, the final step, or step 7, the installation of the catch can or the catch plate in this situation under the barbecue. So let's start it. Let's go with the handle. I guess to give a little more space. Okay, these things acting like a heat sink instead of screwing the handles, which are in plastic, directly on the side of the barbecue, which will be very hot. It screw on these, and we got these plates, which they are empty behind, which will act like an insulation, an exchange of temperature between the barbecue and the handle. I don't know if it would be enough to avoid the handle to melt, we'll see, but it must have been tested before selling it to people. But as I said earlier, at this time, I haven't tried it yet, obviously. I am very happy with what I'm seeing. Obviously, it felt, I can't say cheap because the bend are well, the joint are well, not too soft. Everything is feel very tight, even the lids feel very heavy and solid. But we cannot expect a barbecue with cast iron because it's supposed to be portable, so we don't want a 100-pound barbecue. So far I'm very pleased. I will show you in the bottom. We got a heat shield on the top, so we can save a bit of the external top to change color by the heat. I hope it will be enough, but I feel like it's stainless, so it should be fine. And we also have a heat in the bottom. This one feels pretty cheap, if I can say it like that, but from what I'm seeing, after the burner will be in its position, there will be some shim between the bottom of the barbecue and this heat shield, so it will stay tight. I might see one flaws in the instruction or in the kit. In the instruction, it says that the bolt B, which are the bolt to hold the handle, it says I have 3, probably because I need to use another bolt on the same size elsewhere on the barbecue. But in the kit, I have only 2 bolts, marked as B. So is the third was a spare and they don't bother to put it in the kit. We'll see if it's that or if I have a bolt missing after the barbecue is complete. So to mount this, I will need a Phillips screwdriver and a set of pliers. You can use a wrench or ratchet. I will just use a set of pliers because it is not very tight, doesn't need to be very tight. So they're also using kind of cardboard washer between the handle and the lid, so it dissipates some of the heat. I don't know if it will be enough. We'll see. So when you do that, don't put it too tight so you can play with your handle. Now we can tighten it since it has its place. Then we'll go anywhere. Cute little handle. And it doesn't touch the lid because of the cardboard washer. I don't know if it's not cardboard. No way. Doesn't touch the lid, so I guess the handle will be fine. This says to install the handle, and on step 3 the burner. Problem is the handles go there, and after that the burner will go here. So I will do step 3 in the first place, so I won't have the handle in my way, because it's taking enough so it disturbs me from installing the washers, the bolt or whatever I will need to install on the bottom. Actually, we can install the handle pretty much in last, just before installing the grill. So I will need to turn it without scratching my counter, because the gas entry for the propane entry for the burner is on this side. On the burner you can see that there's one leg here that will be used to hold it on the bottom of the barbecue. Those are fiberglass washer. It's written right here. I didn't know, now I know it's fiberglass washer, it's not cardboard. I knew it was not cardboard, but I didn't know exactly what material was, but it's written right here that it is fiberglass washers. Okay, so the way it goes, we got the bolt here, go there. After that, we got the burner. After that, we got a fiberglass washer. After that, we got the barbecue. Underneath, we got a steel washer and a nuts. There we go. That won't go anywhere. I can still move this a bit. So to install the lighter, we need bolts or the screws or bolt C. But every bolt are using the same nuts and the same washers. We got a spark, so it's fine. Now we put the screws. So for this, it screws letter C. We can put the 4 screws. After that, we put fiberglass washers, but we have the screws, the lighter body, the fiberglass washers. Now we can put that on a barbecue. Make sure that wire doesn't get in the way. Now we put the steel washer inside. And we can put the nuts. At this point, you don't need to tie the nuts already, just put that tight enough so they don't fail. And when all the nuts will be on, you make sure that the lighter is at the right position, level as possible with the barbecue, and then you tighten everything. Now we'll install the regulator controller, and for this regulator controller I need a wrench 14mm. It's just screw at the tip of the burner. This is tight enough. I really don't like that controller being that loose. I understand that it's easier when you're connecting your tank or stuff like that, but it's very loose. It's made like that, so I guess it won't break, but I really don't like it. As you saw, it was way easier to install the lighter, the regulator, and the burner without the handle in the way. Now I can install my handle. If the handle would have been there, I would have struggled a little more to install the lighter. The regulator will not be a big deal, but the lighter will be a little more complicated, so I'm happy I haven't installed the handle there. So as I said earlier, you can install that in the last part just before installing the grill. So at this point it's very easy, only one set of bolt left, 4 bolt left, no washer, no nuts. It's screwing directly into the handle, and there's no need for fiberglass washers since those plates here will act like heat sinks, so the handle doesn't melt with the heat of the barbecue. So we'll put this one first so it can rest on the lighter instead of dangling everywhere. Those as well don't need to be super tight until the second screws it at this position. Feel very strong. We'll do the same the other side. So before installing the heat diffuser and the grill, I will show you the two flaws that I think it should be fixed, or it shouldn't be like this. I will put it on a side. So the first thing is the position of the ignition lighter. It's on top. For me, it should be under, just because it's exposed to food or to whatever will drip on it. It might be not a big deal, but I think it will be a good thing if it was under, so it would be kind of protected from food, from sauce, or even from rain if you forget to close the lid. So the second flaws, it's not a big deal, it's more like detail, but the fiberglass washer for the lighter, we can see them. So I feel like they should have made it black, so at least it will be black on black, not black on red on black. So it shows, not a big deal as I said, but it should be black. And the third thing I don't like, it's, of course it's fun, it's swivel, so it's easier to connect your tank. But I feel like anything that moving too much, just think that you put that in a truck, even if it's well packed, you do like 1,000 miles in a gravel road, which is very rough. This thing will dangle all the way long. So I feel like it won't last as long as it should be, or as long as the barbecue, since it's moving that much. Maybe I'm worried for nothing, but I feel like it should be more tight. But anyway, overall, I feel it's a very, very good barbecue. I will install the drip pan or the catch can or the catch pan. It's pretty well made as well. It's almost like Tefal, or I don't know. And it's just slide in. So for the travel, I feel like I will put it in the barbecue. Will be more secure. Now we'll install the heat diffuser and the grill. It's just sitting there, so it's not a big deal. Remove the foam. Make sure there's no foam. It's ceramic coated, so it's a pretty good heat diffuser. If you look at it, it's moving a lot. So obviously I won't let it like that on when I will move, because I will become crazy, but also because it fell on the bottom and it can damage some things. You see, it fell and it's almost wedged now. I cannot remove it. It can damage the wire of the lighter, it can damage the burner, so I don't know how I will carry it, but it cannot stay on the stand when I'm driving, that's official. But if we want to see a complete installation, just slide the catch can or the drip pan underneath the barbecue and install the grill. And this is complete. So the other flaw that I think should be better is the leg, because it kind of sharp metal and it can damage the surface. Obviously if you use it in camping, it won't be a big deal, because a camping table or picnic table are made from wood, so it's not a big deal if you scratch it a bit. But if you put that on a counter or on a patio set table, you need to be careful about the legs.
I'm sorry, my camera stopped recording, so I cannot show you me lighting up the barbecue and operating it, but as you can see in picture 1, you have, or I have, the propane tank on the ground with the hose connected to the controller or the regulator of the Martin barbecue. And in picture number 2, you can see that the temperature has risen pretty high, even for a small barbecue like that. It took about 10 minutes before the temperature rise right at the top of the thermometer. The regulator was acting a bit weird when I tested. As soon as I was trying to burn the barbecue on the low setting of the regulator, it was shutting down. I don't know if it was because of the wind, because it was a bit windy when I tried it, or if it was because there's a problem with it. But I will make sure to update you regarding this issue if it's happening again. So this was how to assemble a Martin propane portable barbecue. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, please post them in the comment section below and I will answer to them as soon as possible. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the little bell so you will be notified as soon as I will release a new video. On this, I wish everybody a great day, a great barbecue season. See you later. Goodbye.